Our goal is coming in here. Don't look at the scoreboard, play as hard as we can all the time. I thought the first half, for the most part, we played very intense, played pretty tough. Didn't play as smart as we needed to on offense. And we're right there at halftime. I thought that, coming out of the second half, they played really well. I thought Greensboro played really well tonight. We didn't shoot the ball well. I think we went 5 for 26 from 3. And as I've said all year long, if you shoot 19% from 3, as many threes as we take, it's going to be difficult unless you're able to really stop them over and over. And in the second half, we couldn't. I thought, obviously losing Myron early in the second half, really hurt us, and we weren't prepared for that. But, overall, like I told our guys after the game, that's a very good team, but it wasn't as far apart as it really was. Sometimes you can get a bad taste in your mouth when the team's making shots and we can't make a layup, we can't make a free throw, we can't make a 3 when we needed to, so the game gets spaced. So, our guys, it's going to be about fighting right now. How do we respond when you get knocked down like that? And I think that's going to be the key. Like, what resiliency do we have to come back here? Whether Myron can play, Myron can't play, like where can we come back and keep finding a way to fight? But at the end of the day, a team that was picked to win the league early in the year by a lot of places, you're not going to beat them playing a C game on offense or a D game on offense. And if they're playing an A game, you have to really be rolling. And skill-wise, we weren't great, a little choppy with turnovers. Effort-wise, probably wasn't the problem, but hats off to them, they played really well. Yeah, there's a thing that we call effort and there's a thing called competing. And, I think that early when we started, we weren't getting either. Competing is kind of playing with effort and playing smart, like not just playing hard and running into people and fouling. So we're getting closer to competing. We're still not competing yet, but we're playing with good effort. Finding the right rotations on offense and, it has been a challenge all year. Our number one thing with our players has been you got to make the other players around you better. And, some of the pieces that we have, their natural mindset is a scoring mindset. And I think that for us to beat a team that's a great defensive team like that, we're going to have guys that go in there and find open bodies, make extra passes, and that's been a challenge for us all year long. But having said that, we've had one practice, we've had our whole team together. We've had one practice, we've had our starters together. So they're still figuring each other out. So I still have a lot of hope for these guys if they'll keep battling, we get healthy, get to practice, keep playing, that by the end of the year, we could gel together and be a very good team. I really believe that. And we've been right there. It's the only game all year long where it hadn't been a one-possession game under 4 minutes. We could have been 10-0 coming into this game. But I'll say this about Greensboro. I felt if Greensboro played anybody tonight, they were winning. They were great tonight. That's just the reality of it. And the team that plays well, that's picked to win the league, and Isaiah Miller's one of the best players in the league, and he played well. You got to be ready to roll, and you got to be ready to knock down shots, make layups, make free throws, protect the ball. Those are things that we got to do better. Well, depending on who's healthy and who's able to play, we may have to adjust some things. It's going to be hard sometimes on one-game prep if Myron's unable to play. But, I think that we got to look at it, and we'll look at the tape to say, all right, well, what things offensively did we do, and what decision-making did we make that led to their points? Because when we were able to get set in the half court, when we didn't have a turnover, we didn't have long rebounds, we guarded them okay. We guarded them okay. But it was just a snowball effect. When we're turning over on 2-on-1s, and we're not finishing layups, and it could go right down the line, it's leading to points for them. And so there's one thing I would say is going to be just to film over and over, and this has been the challenge with this team, just decision-making. And that's not something that comes overnight. It's just not. It's something, decision-making is something that's acquired through years, and it's acquired through a season of playing together. And so, we're going to have to improve on that tremendously between now and Saturday. But most importantly, let's keep it real, guys. The basketball is an end-of-the-season sport, and this year more than any other year, with all the circumstances everyone's dealt with. It is what it is. If anyone thought that our group, or any group for that matter, is going to come out there and be a well-oiled machine, that's not going to happen. Like you take Greensboro, for example, and Furman, who've got a lot of guys returning. There's a reason why they're a well-oiled machine. When we bring in, guys trying to learn each other's names, it's not going to be crisp for a while. And that's what we got to keep in mind. We can't lose sight of that and always think long-term and keep getting better over and over. And if we do that, good things are going to happen. Regardless of what happens in one particular game, good things are going to happen.